Everything that goes to this side of the table is going to be considered clean and sanitized. Now I have a bag with some medicine in it. I'm going to open that bag, but because I know that human hands have touched this medication bottle in less than 72 hours, I'm going to wipe that down. I'm going to place it on the clean side. But this box of cereal is a different story. It's a box that has cardboard, so we know that coronavirus can likely live on this surface for 24 hours. But on the inside, no human hands have touched this for more than a few days. So I can just dump that and I can get rid of the box. Now with this broccoli, I've got a couple different options. I could have somebody open my refrigerator, open the crisper, open the bag, and dump it right in the crisper, or I could just sanitize it. Now, I've got to bring some groceries to my parents. They're in their mid-70s, and I'm going to be dropping those off later today. So I'm going to grab this bag, put it on the clean surface, and I'm going to just dump their groceries into this bag. Now, I'm a big fan of cloth bags, but I don't think now was the time for me to take my cloth bags and increase risk. But if you must, after you're done with those cloth bags, consider them dirty and make sure that they go outside. So I'm going to wipe this down and make sure that your rag is good and saturated with disinfectant, because you got to be putting that disinfectant on these groceries, and you got to be making sure that you're scrubbing them. Now, one other thing that I could do with certain items, such as this bread, is I can use clean containers to dump items inside without touching those items. So I'm going to just dump this bread into this container to seal it off and not allow any sort of contamination of the bag. More hardy plastic things that you're not worried about disinfecting more liberally, you can actually spray the disinfectant right on those items. Now these chips, again, I could dump them into a container, but I'm just going to choose to spray them off. That's okay, before they go into the pantry. Now, you want to wipe off the areas that you think humans' hands were touching a bit more liberally than the areas that you don't think human hands have touched. That's all common sense stuff. Now lastly, I've got some fruit here, and the way I'm going to handle fruit is I'm going to treat this fruit, which is pretty much porous. It's kind of like our skin. So if I wash that like we should be washing our hands for 20 seconds, then that should be just fine. I'm going to dump it in some soapy water here. And I'm going to come back and watch each one individually. And I do think that the better you are soaking the fruit, the better it's going to be as far as your chances of getting that completely sterilized from coronavirus. Now let's take care of this fruit. According to the Center for Disease